Welcome to Multifamily Live.
I'm Keely Yarusi.
And I'm Jason Yarusi. Our mission is to help you unlock your full potential as a multifamily real estate investor.
So you can do more deals, bigger deals, with less stress, keep more profit, and free up your time.
Multifamily doesn't have to be a mystery. It's time to go live.
Hi, everyone, and welcome back. This is Keely, and this is Multifamily Live, and I am super excited to introduce my newest guest, Alex Kholodenko. Welcome to the show, Alex.
Hi, Phil. Thank you for having me.
So happy to have you. So honored. So Alex has over 10 years of strong experience in real estate investing with single family homes, tax deeds and liens, money lending, and fix and flips. He has spent 20 years in the high-tech software industry working as an IT professional. Alex has co-founded Wealthy Mind Investments for his lifelong passion for helping people. He is an active and passive investor in over 5,000 units. Yes, that was a 5 with 1,000. Now his focus is on commercial real estate investments because of the simplicity of being a passive investor, scalability, and tax efficiencies. We're definitely going to dive into that. He has created strategic partnerships with experienced multifamily operators that have boots on the ground. The success of these partnerships have resulted in increased cash flow and appreciation for all investors. He believes that busy professionals and investors deserve access to proven wealth strategies in commercial real estate investing so that they can enjoy life to the fullest potential. Alex is originally from the Ukraine, has lived in Silicon Valley for the past 25 years, and currently resides in Belmont with his wife and 2 sons. Oh, so awesome. So much experience, so much wealth of knowledge. So I'm going to ask you a really simple question. How did you get started in real estate?
I started with single family homes like pretty much everybody else. I think in the beginning, it was kind of mind-boggling to understand all the concept of large, big projects and multifamily space. So I started investing out of state. I live in a very expensive area to live, and explored other real estate investing strategies. As you know, there's hundreds of them. Every time you think you figured out, there is another one out there that you're not even familiar with, and never look back. I mean, real estate, as we all know, is a very proven wealth strategy to create wealth for many generations, right? And tax advantages are probably one of the most deciding factors for me to get involved.
So let's talk about your jump from your 20 years in the high-tech software industry, working as an IT professional, to jumping into real estate. And then how did you make that jump into multifamily? Because for any of my listeners who is this is their first ball game, they have not invested yet, or at least they haven't invested in multifamily yet, and they see those big numbers. How did you take that jump? Did you just take down 5,000 units at once, or how did you make that gradual build up to the numbers that you have today?
No worries. I can definitely accept. So I'm an analytical by nature. I guess there is an engineering side in me. So I was researching a lot on the internet 5-6 years ago. This is where I started in multifamily, specifically commercial space. And I just didn't do investments for multifamily. I started to invest in storage units, hotels, industrials, and I was one of those pioneers that started investing purely online. There were a couple of startups in the crowdfunding space that allowed me to sort of test waters, and over time I built a track record. Got to know some operators that I ended up working with on the active side. So I built some good relationships, and luckily for me, now I'm working with them. And if you ask me, 3, 4, 5 years ago, if it was possible, I wouldn't believe it. But that's the success is always taking the first step, right? You don't have to know everything. You talk to certain people. I ended up going after doing research online. I started going to conferences. There is sort of a different world open up to me where a lot of professionals and wealthy people are meeting and sharing openly the knowledge. Seek and you shall find, as we all know. And if you're thirsty for that knowledge, you will attract. I truly believe in a power of attraction, in a law of attraction. And even our company called Wealthy Mind Investments that we started a few years ago is we believe in wealth creation, but it all starts with a mindset. If you are seeking opportunities, you will find them if you're persistent. I started with online research, and ended up investing with a few syndications, and then built some relationships with other operators. Like I said, and never look back.
That is amazing. I love how you dug in deeper on being online, especially with this year and so many months that we've all had.
Yes.
Making those connections online, maybe dig even deeper into how you made and like dug deeper into those connections with the year that we've been having with 2020 and COVID, sure, and how you see your future from here on out.
Yeah. So it's good to connect online, but obviously meeting people face to face is the must. You're not going to create a strong relationship, and we're talking about partnerships, by just meeting people online. You have to take time, sometimes fly on your own dime, to meet them, to understand their value, to understand their goals. And we spend a lot of time and effort together with my business partner. And these relationships take time. I can't tell you how many times people reach out to me and tell me, Alex, I want to be a partner with you. Well, I don't even know you. Let's get to know each other. Let's meet for a cup of coffee. Let's get to know what do our values align. What are you looking for from this partnership? And luckily for me, I learned and blessed enough to develop very strong strategic partnership with some very large operators that have an amazing track record that I've invested passively. That's how I started. And I saw firsthand with the experience that I had with them, I felt confident that they will deliver on those returns. And once I got that confidence and built relationship with them, now I bring selected group of investors with me in certain deals that I personally like.
The thing is,
we
and I love
do diligence.
I love how you broke it down. Like for my listeners, Alex has basically broken it down. This is a relationships business.
Very true. Very true.
We talk about everything else. We talk about raising money. We talk about getting the deals. We talk about all these things that you have to do. When it comes down to it, it's all about the relationships, right?
Yeah, and I'm very approachable. I mean, a lot of investors are calling me sometimes at odd hours. And there are some people that say, you know what, just schedule a call, this and that. I tell people all the time, if you have a question, even my phone number is listed on my website. I don't mind talking to people and explaining to them. We have a lot of first-time investors, but we also have a lot of repeat investors. That's the service that we provide, is being very approachable and explaining things. We believe in full transparency because this business, as you know, is built on relationship and trust. Ultimately, there's a lot of deals out there. I'm not the only one. We're not the only people on the block. End of the day, if people like us, trust us, and they want to do business with us, great. If not, we're still friends. No hard feelings.
I love that. You know what? Let's do an exercise for my listeners. Imagine I've called you. I got your number or I saw your stuff online. I found your number, and I'm like, hey, Alex, my name is Pili. I'm a new investor. I have some funds that I want to put to work. How can I start working with you? How would you answer something like that?
Sure. Well, first I would ask a couple of clarifying questions. What is your experience when it comes to real estate? Have you invested in a single family homes, or what made you even decide to branch into that? Are you even qualified? A lot of people, obviously, you need to qualify to see if you're accredited. If you're not accredited, do you have enough liquidity? For example, if a person says, you know what, I have $50,000 to invest and I'm ready to go, but if I find out that these are the last $50,000 that they have, and they don't have any savings, no emergency fund, I'll tell them flat out that, you know what, this is not the right time for you to invest.
Very, very good. And again, listeners, he just broke it down. Like that is the perfect way to start the conversation. So I'm a new investor. And I tell you, I'm accredited. I just talked to my CPA. I have about, let's go with 50. I have about $50,000. I'd like to invest in a multifamily deal. I've done flips and wholesales in the past. So I kind of know real estate, but I have no
Okay,
idea
very
what I'm
good.
doing in multifamily.
Yeah, then I would ask, obviously there's all sorts of deals out there. There's new development, there's multifamily, there's hospitality. So then I would ask to clarify question, what does your ideal investment look like? Are you looking for cash flow? Are you looking for pure appreciation play? What is your risk tolerance? So I would ask additional clarifying questions, because you want to tailor something toward what your potential investor wants. You don't want to force a deal just because you have a deal. Right? So if you can find out what they want and give them what they want, then ultimately this is how you create a win-win, a long-term relationship.
I have for my podcast listeners, I have such a big smile on my face because Alex is about to make me cry, because that is what we're supposed to be asking people, folks. It's not about us. It's about our investors. It's about those people that we make the relationships with. So I totally invest with you, Alex, if I was a new investor.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, there's no desperation needed. There's plenty of people. There's plenty of deals out there. And remember that people like to be liked and understood. So before you starting to explain something to them, try to understand what are their motivation, what are they looking for, what are their goals, and what type of investment works for them. For some of them, it's more on appreciation play. Some of them are open to be more risky. And for other investors, they're looking for the yield. They're looking for that cash flow that hopefully has a lot of tax deductions, so they don't have to pay the taxes on to the K1s, right?
So Alex, what does your future look like right now?
I've always had a long-term and a kind of a short-term goal. So my goal is to help 1,000 busy professionals to create the passive income lifestyle and live life on their own terms. So that's the company vision and company goal. We have about 300 people as of today in our Wealthy Mind Investor Club, and we're growing. We're very selective. We're looking to grow over the next 3 to 5 years and get to that magic number, and hopefully even more. If I help enough people, obviously people will help me, right? So, but I have to put my investor interest first.
I love that. And then the growth becomes exponential. Once you help that 1,000, those 1,000 will help another.
Yeah, we already have pretty good referral base, and people are talking about us because we are very selective in what kind of deals that we offer, and we just continue to grow organically. We don't do a whole lot of advertising as of today, and we're looking to scale our business and grow faster and go bigger.
Fantastic. So if any of my listeners want to grow with you, how can they reach you?
So feel free to go to my website, wealthymindinvestments.com. Again, my phone number is there. You don't have to schedule a call. You can call or text me. I'll try to reach out back to you within 24 hours as well. We have some resources available under our educational resources section as well. I do periodically also speak at podcast or some other meetup events as well. And I'm just here to educate and share my story and help others along the way.
Well, thank you so very much. You heard it, folks. Go over to Wealthy Mind Investments. Look for Alex's number. Give him a call if you are interested. Thank you so much, Alex. So grateful to have you on.
Thank you.
And so grateful to all of you for listening. You are amazing. Go get it. Take that action. Like Alex said earlier in this podcast, if you need to hear it again, hit that 15 button a couple of times and listen to what Alex said. You need to take that action. It starts with your mindset. It starts with figuring out what your goals are, but you have to take that next step, and partnering up with people like Alex will take you there. So you are amazing. get it done. Aloha, everyone.
Want to learn exactly how we're finding high profit, cash flow ready multifamily properties off market? Want to find out how to run lightning fast syndications to raise all the capital you need for your next multi-million-dollar deal in just a few days?
We're breaking down our entire process step by step at a 3-day event happening June 10th through the 12th called, you guessed it, Multifamily Live.
We've done events before, but nothing this massive or this valuable. And for the first time ever, we're going to open the doors and walk you guys through literally every step of what we're doing on our multifamily deals.
This is a virtual event, so you don't have to travel or even leave your couch, but spots are limited. Sign up at multifamilyliveevent.com and we'll see you there.